Hey, this is Dr. Sean Baker. I want to talk to people about starting a carnivorous diet. I'm basically going to go over just the basics. If there's particular questions that you're interested in me answering, go ahead and put them in the comments. For you vegans that no doubt will leave insulting comments, try to categorize those. We might give you an award for the best death threat or wishing my demise. But anyway, for those people that are serious about learning about this stuff and potentially improving their health, this is how I describe a carnivorous diet. So basically, any animal product is what we're looking for. It can be beef, all cuts of meat, ground beef. You can eat organ meat. You don't have to eat organ meat. You can do chicken, pork, fish, shellfish. Those things are all fine. If you want to do things like snails or even bugs, for those of you guys who want to do that, those things would all be on the menu. Other things, dairy in a limited amount. I would avoid milks. I would avoid drinking copious amounts of cream. You can maybe put some cream if you drink coffee. Coffee is okay. I would also, just limit your overall dairy consumption. You can cook with butter, ghee, things like that. That's fine. Seasonings are okay generally for most people. Salt salting your meat, salting to taste, garlic, other spices, pepper. Those things are probably fine for most people. I would avoid sauces that contain heavy amounts of sugar, vegetable oils, other thickeners, things that have gluten or perhaps soy products in there. I would steer clear from those things. As far as drinks, stick to water mostly. That's it can be carbonated water. Avoid sweetened, artificial sweeteners, in waters or coffee or anything like that. Just completely get rid of that. You want to try to get rid of using sweeteners or relying on sweetness, even if it's artificial. Eventually, that will backfire for a lot of people. So I would tend to avoid that generally. The other thing that is important to talk about is appetite. Eat. Especially when you're transitioning, it's important to eat to appetite and to eat quite a bit. You may find that if you're still having cravings for those other foods, and you probably just need to eat a little more, meat or bacon or something like that. When it comes to processed meats, things like bacon are fine. A little bit of sugar in the curing process is okay, as it's generally it doesn't really show up much in the bacon, and then when you cook it, it's pretty much out of there. So I wouldn't worry too much about sugar used in curing. Processed meats that contain a lot of fillers. A lot of times I'll put wheat and I'll put soy and things like that. Cellulose in the sausages and stuff like that. So I would avoid, and lots of sugar. I would avoid those things. Those are basically just the basics on what's on the menu, what's off the menu. Again, specific questions, regarding specific topics, I'll get to in different videos depending on what the requests are. We can talk about the different issues that may come up: scurvy, constipation. All these common topics that seem to circulate around zero carb or the carnivorous diet. Zero carb is a misnomer. You will take in a little bit of carbohydrates. So don't think that things, just because they don't have carbohydrates in them, are on the menu, even if they're plant-based. Okay, so we're avoiding plants. We're sticking to food from the animal kingdoms. The only exception to that are a little bit of spices on the food, and that's it. All right, hope you find this helpful. And again, I'll leave some links to the World Carnivore Month Facebook group and some other ones there that you might be interested in. Thank you for the interest. And like I said, comments, and I will try to respond. Thanks.